Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the Hibbeler textbook, friction topic, and the pipe of the weight W is to be pulled up the inclined plane of slope alpha using a force P. If the P acts at an angle phi, so we have the angle phi between P and this inclined plane, and also we know this angle is alpha, we need to show that for slipping, the force P is actually equal to this value where the theta is the angle of static friction and it's equal to tangent inverse of static coefficient. So in other words, our mu s in here, or our static coefficient, is equal to tangent of theta. Alright, as always, we're going to start with the free body diagram and we can show all the forces on this pipe. So basically, let's just show it in here. If I show all the forces that we have, we can call our x and y before we start. So let's just call this axis our x and this will be our y. Alright, so we have the force P applying here, which makes, let's say, makes this angle phi in here, and also we know we have the normal force that is applying to the box from the inclined surface. Let's call this one N. We have the weight of this pipe, which will be vertical, so let's consider this our weight, and we know this angle right here would be the angle alpha because the angle here is alpha, so that angle would be also alpha. On top of that, obviously we have the friction because the box is moving up the incline. The friction has to be in the opposite direction, so this will be our friction. We can show it with F, and because we are talking about slipping, we are about to move, so we are still in the static, so it's going to be Fs, which is, so that's going to be all the forces that we have for the blue pipe. So we can start with our equations in x and y direction. Let's start with sum of all forces, maybe in x direction first. And because again we are in a slipping condition, we are still in equilibrium, we are about to move, so everything's still static. So we have the x component of p, which is going to be p times cosine of phi, and it will be positive. We have the x component of weight, which is down the incline, so negative w is going to be sine of alpha, and obviously we have the friction, which is mu s times n, and mu s we figured that actually is equal to tangent of theta, so this is also equal to tangent of theta times n. So let's just write it like this, and this will be equal to 0. So this is going to be our first equation. Let's move on to our sum of all forces in y equals 0. Obviously, we have the n, which is positive. We have the y component of w, which is w, this time cosine of alpha, and it will be negative. And we have p sine of phi, and this will also equal to 0. So from the second equation, we can see that n is equal to actually w cosine of alpha minus p sine of phi. So what we're going to do is that we're going to plug this in the previous equation, and I'm just going to rewrite the equation again. So it's going to be p cosine of phi minus w sine of alpha negative tangent of theta times n, and I'm just going to put this value here, w cosine of alpha minus p sine of phi, and this will be equal to 0. So now we can see we have terms that have w, and these two terms have pi, but keep in mind that we need to multiply this in each of them. So I'm just going to rewrite everything p cosine of phi, and I'm going to bring the p in here, negative tangent of phi, p sine of phi. And in the second part, we have negative w sine of alpha. The sign is actually positive, so will be the first one, and the second one is negative tangent of theta, so it's this one. So that would be positive, and the last one, negative w sine of alpha, and it will be negative w tangent of theta cosine of alpha. So basically this arrow here. All right, and obviously this will be equal to 0, and from the first one we can factor p. So p cosine of phi plus tangent of theta sine of phi, and from the other one, w sine of alpha plus tangent of theta cosine of alpha. So now we can find our p because we're interested in p. Basically, it's going to be w sine of alpha plus tangent of theta cosine of alpha over cosine of phi plus tangent of theta sine of phi. So if you look at this and what we need to show in the question, so basically we have sine of alpha plus theta on top, or in the numerator, and cosine of phi minus theta. So we're still far from what we have in there. What we're going to do is that we're going to get rid of the tangent of theta in here, and we know tangent is, so tangent of theta is sine of theta over cosine of theta. So it looks like if we multiply the numerator and denominator by cosine of theta, we're going to get close to that value in there. So sine of alpha, cosine of theta, and in the second one, tangent, the cosine will be cancelled out. So it would be sine of theta, cosine of alpha, and here we're going to have cosine of phi, cosine of theta, plus same thing, sine of theta, sine of phi. So now it's getting closer to what we're looking for. If you look at the first term, this will be sine of alpha plus theta. And if we look at the bottom, it's going to be cosine of phi minus theta. And there we go. This is what we were looking for. So we just have to be familiar with these two to kind of find what we need in here. So our P would be basically W sine of alpha plus theta over cosine of phi minus theta, and that's what we were need to show. And yeah, everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.